별이 내려온다. 몸은 덜숭덜숭 우리는 잔뜩 핫팔이 넘고 해머리 흔들며 전동 같은 앞다리 동화 같은 뒷발 양기 씌어지고 새락 같은 발톱으로 잔디뿌리 왕모래를 촤르르르 던지며 조홍탕 벌리고 허리당하는 소리 하늘이 무너지고 땅이 톡 꺼진 한들 차례 정신없이 목으로 움츠리고 가만히 엎젖었다. 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄님 깊은 골로 한짐승이 내려온다. 그의 머리를 흔들며 양이 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼쑥덜쑥 꼬리는 잔뜩 한 내려온다. 동해 같은 앞다리 전동 같은 뒷다리 새나 같은 발을 도구로 없는 사람의 생각으로 잔디 뿌리 왕고래 종이장 달리고 자라에 나온 뚝성에 하는 단천이 뒤덮고 장수꾼이 난들고 자라가 깜짝 내 목을 훔치고 가만히 엎드치게 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다
봄 내려온다
봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다
봄 내려온다
봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다. 이 내려온다. 두의 머리를 흔들며 양이 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼쑥덜쑥 꼬리는 잔뜩 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다.
Hello everyone. Hello. We are part of YSP and my name is Kim Cheoru. My name is Han Yu-kyung. We are a couple. We've been married for 6 years happily. We're very pleased to meet you today. And Synergy today is really the projects. It's a concert about projects by young people around the world trying to solve the various problems around the world. And really young people are doing their best to solve many problems and many projects. And today we have young people from 4 countries that will be presenting to us. And of course, after that, we will have some awards to the first prize and second prize winners. And today, we will also have the YSP Peace Prize Award ceremony. And also, this is an award that has been given since 2015. And today, we will also have the inaugural YSP Peace Prize. And let us see how young people are changing the world. Let us begin Synergy International 2021 with a youthful round of applause. Wow, this is the first part, and today Mr. Koji Matsuda and Mr. Kim Jae-hyun, the president and vice presidents of YSP International, they have sent some congratulatory remarks. Let us take a look.
Hello everyone. I sincerely thank you for attending Synergy International 2021. International Association of Youth and Students for Peace, YSP, is an international youth organization founded in Korea in February 2017 by Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, also known as Mother of Peace, to raise youth and students to become the light of the world. Currently, members of YSP in more than 60 nations are promoting various activities to create peaceful society, nation, and world. We are promoting programs to empower youth and students to become the center of the future, collaborating with United Nations, governments, universities, and high schools.
YSP members in various nations around the world are engaged in Synergy, a program that provides a vision and means of realizing a world of peace, as well as Peace Designers, a program that brings positive transformation in society. Currently, IAYSP is active in over 60 nations, working to bring a world of happiness for all through relief work and volunteer activities, youth education and family values movements, as well as character education programs. IAYSP strives to realize a world of peace through various initiatives, and we are contributing to peace projects like the SDGs of the UN, including character education. And in Korea, IAYSP is leading a project that contributes to the peaceful reunification of the Korean Peninsula. Last year, IAYSP Korea received the government's Minister of Unification Award. IAYSP is also actively hosting Synergy, a contest where groundbreaking ideas to be implemented are shared. Synergy began in Japan, and in 2020, 140 people from 21 nations presented their ideas over 35 contests. Preliminary rounds were held in each nation, and qualifying rounds were held at the regional level. Today, 5 finalists will be presenting. 3 from the regions were selected after reviewing all submitted videos, and 2 will be presenting in person from the host country of Korea. The 2 best teams will lay hands on the inaugural IAYSP Peace Prize. And it is a great honor to be hosting the IAYSP inaugural award ceremony here, and the Synergy International is an opportunity for youth filled with hope who wish to make the world a better place to proudly share their ideas and put them into practice. I invite all the youth and students attending today's contests to be inspired and submit your applications for the 2022 Synergy International contest. Beloved youth and students, let us rise and together, with great enthusiasm, love and determination, take the lead in building a peaceful society, nation and world. Yes, the youth symbolize hope and are the future. Synergy International will support building a future of hope. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much for the congratulatory messages. We've been able to learn about what Synergy is about. Next, as I mentioned before, we will have the YSP Peace Prize Award ceremony. And the IAYSP Peace Prize Award ceremony will really bring a lot of hope to young people, because it is a special international prize awarded to individuals who have made significant contributions to society. And there were more than 40 youth who were selected from around the world, and we have selected 1 award recipient. Let us now invite the awardee for the YSP Peace Prize onto the stage. And the award recipient is a person who has worked, and he began the project called Run with Sai, and he has been running in 2,408 kilometers over 99 days, raising awareness among government, civil society, businesses, and other people. And he wanted to raise $500,000 to build a hospital for young people. And he has helped a lot of young people, and many young people around Cambodia have been really running together with him and supporting this initiative. And many Cambodians have been supporting the project to build this young hospital, and he's also working together with UNICEF. And let us now welcome Aung Batan Sai. He is a singer and a movie star in Cambodia, and he is the recipient of the 2021 YSP Peace Prize. And we will now have the award ceremony, and the international president Koji Matsuda and the vice president Kim Jae-hyun will come on the stage, and the award, the recipient cannot come to Korea because of COVID regulations, and he sent his representative, and he will receive the medal and a $5,000 cash prize. Mr. Matsuda will now award the medal. And Mr. Chae-hyun Kim, the international vice president, will give the check for $5,000. Once again, congratulations. And right now, Mr. Sai has joined us live from Cambodia. And let us now welcome Mr. Sai for his reflections. Mr. Sai, can you give a few testimonies about your impressions at receiving this special prestigious award?
Thank you very much.
네,
I'm very
감사합니다.
happy to get this YSP prize, Peace Prize. An honor to join YSP World Assembly 2021. I start my project Run with Sai to support Angkor Hospital for children in Siem Reap, Cambodia. It was very difficult, but together we can do it. We can help a lot of children. YSP is raising young people to contribute to the world. Synergy is an excellent platform for youth to share the idea and project for peace. Let's start now. I will do my best to expand the culture of peace. I deeply appreciate to Mother Moon, the founder of YSP, for her love. Thank you very much.
네, 감사합니다. 앞으로도 많은 활동을 통해 청년들에게 영감과 용기를 주었으면 좋겠습니다.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Mr. Sai for the incredible testimony. So this YSP Peace Prize will continue, and I hope that many young people can continue to challenge themselves and participate so that they can receive this YSP Peace Prize. And now we'll continue the Synergy International concert, and we will hear the presentations of 5 teams. And we have 7 members of the panel of judges, and 2 of them are Mr. Koji Matsuda and Mr. Kim Jae-hyun. And we also have 5 other members of the panel of judges. We have Beatrice Tongino from Zambia. We have Jason Sparks and also Yushie Miura. And also we have Torinaka Auja. And also we have Aung Batan Sai, who just received the Peace Prize, and they will be participating, and there will be the panel of judges. And the most important panel of judges are all of you, and all of you who are participating live, you can all vote for the presentation that you love the most, and all of your votes will count for 30% in the final vote. And if you check on the QR code that is on the screen, then you will be led to a voting system, or you can go on PeaceLink to vote. If it is difficult, if you can just go on synergyidea.com, then you'll be able to vote. And please just you can also look at the videos of all the presenters online, and you can vote for the presentation that you love the most. And also, if you go on YouTube, please don't forget to like and register. So we have 5 amazing presentations, and we will have the first prize of $5,000, and to the second prize we will also have another 2,500 cash prize, and those who have not been able to win, they will receive a 1,000 cash prize. And in Korea we have 2 teams who have prepared, and they will all receive the award as one team. And also you can send a message of encouragement through our live messenger, and I hope that you can all watch these programs and also vote online, but also send some funds of encouragement if you wish to, or you can donate to these various teams. So now it is time to look at the different presentations. Let us invite the presenters, but before we do that, this time, let us all shout the theme of synergy this time. When I say, let's synergy, please let's shout, let's synergy together. Are you ready? Do you feel ready? Let's practice. Let's synergy. That's right. Wonderful, wonderful. So let us welcome the first presenter. The first presenter is from Russia. It is Tatiana Nekotseva, who will present the Good Food Project. Ready? Let's synergy.
Hello everybody! Did you know that an area larger than China is used to grow food that is never eaten? And that is the truth. Terrible, but truth. Today I'm going to tell you about the Good Food Project. Our project was developed within the framework of the IAYSP Peace Designer program dedicated to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It was designed together with my team of university and high school students. Our project is directly related to the 12th of the UN SDGs, which is responsible consumption and production. Within the framework of this goal, several areas of work can be distinguished. We have chosen the direction related to the rational use of food. Nowadays, the food waste problem is widespread. 1.3 billion tons of food is thrown away annually in the world, and this is despite the fact that more than 800 million people in the world suffer from hunger. In Russia, more than 18 million tons of food is thrown away every year, and the number of hungry people exceeds 1 million. One of the solutions to this problem is food sharing. Food sharing is a practice of distributing expiring but not yet expired overproduced food among the neighbors of the society using special organizations and online platforms. The idea of our project is to become some kind of intermediaries between the organizations that provide food, like cafes, restaurants, as we call them, upper organizations, and organizations that distribute food, for example, to the poor people, as we call them, lower organizations. Our primary strategy was as follows. First, study in detail the direction of food sharing in Russia, then arrange a meeting to define more specific steps, then find organizations that distribute food, lower organizations, find organizations that provide food, upper organizations, and bring together or unite these two, upper and lower ones, for their further cooperation. As a part of our study, in addition to reading various articles, together with IAYSP Russia, we held the conference Save the Food, Prospects for the Development of Food Sharing in Russia. We managed to learn the experience of leading Russian organizations in the Russian food sharing business. 4 speakers represented large companies such as Food Bank Russia, Food Sharing Moscow, and others. We managed to get into contact with them, and in the future there will be an opportunity to cooperate with these companies. This meeting also brought together many young people and local food sharing organizations. IAYSP proclaimed a resolution which we signed, promising to support the Save the Food movement and introduce responsible consumption into our lives. We also managed to get into contact with the company that actually distributes food to the poor people, and we helped them distributing this food. Due to these programs, we found out that a huge problem that Russian food sharing faces is the Russian legislation. Right now, it is more beneficial for cafes and restaurants just to utilize waste products rather than give it to charity. Therefore, as long as the legislative draft concerning the new tax policy, which reduces the amount of tax on the distribution of food for charity, is still not in force, we decided to move towards raising awareness among the Russian youth about responsible consumption. We will do it by sharing posts on social networks and holding more conferences. We are also planning to sign petitions in favor of enacting legislation. In addition to that, as a part of our project, we will cooperate with food sharing businesses. There is one more idea that is supporting a rational use of food, and that is so-called local kitchen. The concept is sharing homemade food that you cannot eat and either way throw away among the neighbors. Our original strategy about collaboration with upper and lower organizations will be effective only when the legislation changes. Until that, we will try to find organizations which are willing to pay huge taxes if needed, but yet still we will focus more on the enlightenment. In the near future, we plan to arrange a meeting with the youth who took part in our previous conferences and who is interested in the food sharing problem, to define more specific steps and to find out what is the most suitable plan for our further project. Nowadays, as the results in 2021, we see 300 youth followers on Instagram, 100 participants conference, 100 people sharing resolution of responsible consumption, at least 3 cooperative projects with Russian food sharing businesses, and start and active work of local kitchen in at least 3 districts. Our project starts on a local level, but we will continue to develop. This is the idea of our project. Thanks for your attention.
버려지는 음식물과 그 반대로 먹지 못해서 굶고 있는 사람들을 생각해 볼 수 있는 발표였습니다.
네, 저희 생활에 적용해서도
What a beautiful presentation about people on how to solve a food waste issue. Next is the second person. It is a person who will present on peaceful reunification on the Korean Peninsula. She leads a team called UniUs. Let us welcome Kim Eun-ji. Let's synergy! Hello everyone, my name is Kim Eun-ji. I'm the planning manager for UniUs. Have you ever heard of the word rotoscoping? It sounds quite foreign and awkward, isn't it? Rotoscoping is an animation technique that animators use to trace over motion picture footage, frame by frame, to produce realistic action. This technique is labor-intensive, requiring 15 frames to produce 1 second of video footage. It is an animation technique that is much beloved by UniUs. I would like to introduce UniUs. We strive to change the world 1 frame at a time and 1 step at a time. The team name UniUs comes from combining unification and us. This team traces its roots to the vision for peaceful reunification shared by participants in the 2019 KTGY workshop. To UniUs, video media is a tool that enables a change in how we see North Korea. UniUs deals with various social issues such as peaceful reunification, resolving conflict arising from division, lack of information about North Korea, and so on, and we make videos on these social issues. Any story can freely be expressed in whatever format through the medium of video. Now, let us look at videos from those that caught the public's attention to those that were actually recognized. First, UNIASP began its activities in earnest by working with the Segue Times on the occasion of its 30th anniversary by making a video from the perspective of the youth based on articles about North Korea. This video parodied newspaper articles about North Korea that may seem too stiff and conveys unexpected facts about North Korea in the voice of a friend. And also, we began to identify unexpected facts about North Korea. When we think of North Korea, do you bring up images of an underdeveloped, desolate place? UNIASP recently began adding trends in North Korea as part of its news about North Korea. Combining the two hottest keywords on YouTube, beauty and mukbang, we are sharing stories about North Korea today. For example, we tested beauty products and snacks from North Korea and provided great enjoyment in the process of discovering North Korean beauty products and North Korean snacks. UNIASP dealt with social issues through media, and we've been active for about 2 years, but internally we felt the limits of our professional competency. In particular, in the areas of media, enormous amounts of content written by professional writers with dazzling visuals are available anywhere. Surviving in this sea of fancy content with what we had prepared felt beyond our capacity. The time had come when we needed to find what was unique and special about us. We needed to find our own voice. At that time, we decided to make videos about what we dreamed about, videos about the world we wanted to create. What UNIASP wished to convey through media was the future. We are concerned that future generations will remember this era as one of violence. I'm scared that just as we remember the past as a time of violence, our era will also be remembered and recorded as an era of violence. Through our videos, we want to convey that instead of looking at one another as enemies with different points of view, we want to dream about a happy future together. In 2020, a contest on the topic of unification took place and UNIASP prepared a video. And 8 team members made a video about what we imagined a unified Korea would look like in the future and what we were grateful for to our forebears. Since we had no actors or extras, we worked around this limitation by deciding to record the video we had prepared as animation. The process of making the video was exciting. Since we had to draw 1,700 frames, even team members who had never drawn had to draw. Team members who couldn't draw contributed in the making of the video, frame by frame. Although some frames were crooked, we completed the video by putting all of the frames together. We were finally able to submit our 2-minute video that had required 1,700 drawings. The other videos that were submitted were either parodies with actual actors or videos with songs or dances. Among all of the submitted videos, our video caught the eye because it consisted entirely of hand drawings. And this special video really caught the hearts of the panel of judges. Then, at the end of October 2020, something special happened. To our surprise, Unius received the Grand Award from the Minister of Unification.
영상 같이 보시겠습니다.
Let us look at this video together. Hello. Thank you. I was able to find a job thanks to you. And there are many companies in North Korea, and I want to work hard, and I also want to help you. It will work, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Wow, what a beautiful photo. Oh, hello. Oh, this is where we are meeting. Right now, we are going to Russia. It is all thanks to you. From Seoul all the way to Russia, you can travel. And now it is possible to travel through North Korea. Hello. Thanks to you, I am able to go to a North Korean university tuition free. Thanks to the reunification of Korea, there is no need to spend money on national defense. And now I can go to school for free. I'm so grateful. Hello. Thanks to you, I am able to meet my son with whom I was separated once again. I didn't know that they would ever meet again. However, I'm so grateful that we can live together as one family again. Daddy! Thank you. Thanks to you, my son can live in a world of peace. This is the world that you have gifted us, and we will preserve it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll remember your efforts for unification. This is the future we can make. Shall we build a beautiful future together? This is a letter from the future after North and South Korea are united. There are many ways of talking and solving social issues. Our method may be very labor-intensive and slow, but we want to make content that cares and respects other people's point of view. Therefore, Unius will use methods other than rotoscoping to discuss peaceful reunification. We are also in the process of opening a YouTube channel to discuss peaceful reunification. Our dream is to change the world slowly, our own way. Thank you. Wow, what an incredible work from young people who really care about peaceful reunification in the Korean Peninsula. This was a beautiful presentation. Now, let us hear from the next presenter. And it is now a special presentation from Oscar Ruiz, who will present about how to change the issue of arsenic-eating bacteria. Let us welcome Oscar Ruiz. Are you ready? Let's synergy. Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Ruiz. I'm Nicaraguan and a graduate of the engineering career in industrial biotechnology. It is a pleasure for me to speak to you about an extremely important problem which arises from the pollution by heavy metals, as they are chemical elements with a density of at least 5 times greater than that of water, and as distinguished by their high persistence in the environment. While some heavy metals are considered as micronutrients, their bioaccumulation in living organisms, even in small quantities, may lead to carcinogenic effects, and therefore top the list of the most dangerous substances in the environment according to the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registration. One of the heavy metals that cause great damage worldwide is arsenic. Since about a third of it in the atmosphere comes from natural sources and the rest from human activities, arsenic poses a threat to public health when present in its inorganic form in surface water and groundwater, as it is a high-frequency event that has been detected in about 120 countries. And based on the above, the World Health Organization, WHO, has estimated that around 130 million people are exposed to concentrations exceeding 50 micrograms per liter, with 10 micrograms per liter being the maximum allowable limit recommended by that organization. In Nicaragua, several studies have been carried out to determine the main source of arsenic contamination in the country's aquifers, and all agree that it is due to volcanic processes which affect 80 communities in 34 of the 143 municipalities in the country, and based on the above, it is estimated that around 55,700 people are exposed to high concentrations of this heavy metal due to lack of access to drinking water, especially the Quinuma community, located in the municipality of La Libertad. Chontales department is one of the most affected, with concentrations exceeding 106.7 micrograms per liter. Arsenic also represents a threat to humanity, as happened in Nicaragua in May 1996, where concentrations above 1,320 micrograms per liter were found, exceeding the 10 micrograms per liter established by the World Health Organization, detecting the first collective case of hydroarsenicism in Central America. Various physical and chemical methods have been used for the removal of this heavy metal present in water. However, present certain difficulties, and because of the great significant importance that this vital liquid presents to humans and all of the species of lives that are known, we proposed a special project which is called a bacteria degrading arsenic. Since these new methods of biological oxidation through the use of microorganisms have emerged in recent decades, as they have adapted certain physiological characteristics of resistance and tolerance towards heavy metals, we now have a new branch for the elimination of xenobiotics from the environment called bioremediation. Likewise, this present project arises to contribute to improve efficiency in the treatment systems currently used. In the first instance, hundreds of microorganisms were isolated, achieving the identification of 29 microorganisms that have been reported in international databases as major biodegradators of arsenic. Subsequently, an intensive bibliographic search was conducted to determine which of these microorganisms had the best result in small-scale arsenic bioremediation tests at the laboratory level. We selected the best 6, and these were selected for their capacity to grow in waters contaminated with arsenic. This methodology used contaminated water from 2 rural communities, Quinuma and El Bizcocho. Being 3 microorganisms that best grew and adapted to high concentrations of this heavy metal, this suggests to us that these microorganisms have high biodegradable capacities for arsenic. Currently, there is an advance of 80% of this project. The next stage is the use of microbial immobilization technology, which consists of encapsulating these microorganisms in calcium arginate head beads so that they do not come into contact with water, by permitting them to metabolize arsenic and in turn eliminate its toxicity, determining quantitatively in what percentage they are able to degrade arsenic and in what time. Likewise, this project shows the importance of the different branches of biotechnology for the resolution of social and environmental problems, improving the quality of life of people exposed to high concentrations of this heavy metal, and in turn generating much needed knowledge, awareness and scientific progress in this region, applying in 5 of the 17 objectives set by the UN based on the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Always remembering that water is life. We want to treat water and purify water because it means health for people around the world. This means life for people around the world. Thank you very much. Wow, this is really a project about how to purify water. This is something that we can be grateful for. I agree, this technology will be needed around the world and will be used very usefully everywhere. We have one announcement, and as this presentation is taking place, you can still vote for your favorite presentation. So please don't forget to vote. And also, there are 3 ways of voting. You can also donate to your favorite project. So please don't forget to vote and donate if you wish. And also to all of the people who are presenting, this will be a great source of support. We will now like to introduce the next presentation. It is from Korea, and it is a project to support international families from Korea and Japan. This is a special presentation by Kim Yeon-kyung and Park Young-mi. Hello everyone! We are Korean-Japanese citizens and we're working to improve relations between Korea and Japan. So, when we introduce ourselves, we wonder, what is the vision of Korean-Japanese citizens? Is there anyone here who is Korean-Japanese or Japanese-Korean? Yes, there are many of you. So, we want to share what it is that we mean by Korean-Japanese citizens. Our vision is to stand confidently in society and become a stepping stone for peace between Korea and Japan. And not just Korean-Japanese nationals in roots in Korea and Japan, but also we wanted to improve the culture that is really bringing apart these 2 nations of Korea and Japan. Do you know why we've decided to support this project? When I was young, I had 2 nationalities. And I didn't really reflect on my dual nationality. But as I grew older, I really could feel the difference and the problems of the relations between Korea and Japan, and we understood that this was very serious. My Japanese father and my Korean mother really came together, and I was born through their love, and I really came to reflect about the need to improve relations between the 2 nations. And therefore, any times the relations between these 2 nations is going astray, then it becomes very painful to us. And we felt, if not for us, who can solve this issue? And therefore, with the hope that the 2 nations can come together in the future, just like we are born from these 2 nations, we can bring these 2 nations together. I was born from a Korean father and a Japanese mother. However, these 2 nations, they have bad relations, and it almost feels like a couple fighting. When the parents fight, what happens to the children? The children are unhappy. It is the same for us. Every time Korea and Japan have bad relations, we feel pain. And that is why we want to bring these 2 nations together. We feel that Korea and Japan working together for peace can bring great change to the world. And we want to become a bridge of love, a bridge of peace between Korea and Japan. And that is why we are walking one step at a time to really bring positive change in society. And in 2019, we began a campaign called Hug Korea. And why is it called Free Hug? In August 2019, the relationship between Korea and Japan became extremely serious. And there was a boycott of all Japanese products in Korea, and the World Health Organization even reported that the views of the two nations in each nation became very distorted. And we wanted to show that Koreans do not hate Japanese and Japanese do not hate Koreans. And we wanted to show that the two nations have a lot in common. And we were able to show that by hugging people from both nations, you can really come together. And more than 5,000 people participated in this campaign of free hugs between Korea and Japan. And in 2020, this is a very difficult time. And this free hug activity had to come to a stop because of social distancing regulations. But we continue to convey our message of peace. And how can we really convey a message of peace to Korea and Japan? And we wondered, and now we gave birth to this program called Friends. And what does it mean? It means Korea and Japan can become friends through online activities. And we are really building bridges between Korea and Japan and really promoting this sense of friendship between the two nations. Until now, there have been a lot of preconceptions and also of wrong ideas between the two countries. There was a lot of bias between the two nations. And through this online activity, we were able to overcome these preconceptions and also these biases. And also going beyond friends, we can bring understanding, cooperation, but also harmony between the two nations. Online, we provided a platform for Korean and Japanese citizens and also citizens around the world to come and work together to build friendship between these two nations. And until now, more than 200 people have supported the rapprochement, the closeness, the cooperation between these two nations. And also, we have created a new cartoon called Hanil Tun. This is a cartoon that really shows international couples between Korean and Japanese couples, Korean-Japanese students, and also children, and really to share the kind of biases that people have been experiencing in their daily lives. And we are really showing it in a humorous fashion to try to overcome some of the prejudices in society about Korea and Japan. We really want people to come together, to understand each other, and forge really relationships of love and friendship between the two nations. We hope and we dream of a world where Korea and Japan are two nations that work together for peace. Many professionals say that the relations between Korea and Japan are at an all-time low. It is a time when the two nations' governments cannot even meet. Yes, indeed. Because of these circumstances, the world that we dream of may take longer to accomplish. However, through these 2 years of activities, many of the activities we engaged in have really brought a lot of hope. It became a message of hope to people around the world. And we really hope that all of you can participate and support this initiative so that Korea and Japan can solve the issues that divide these nations and can work together to build a beautiful world of peace. And until the day we are 100 years old. Is that okay? Yes, we will continue until we are 100 years old. And we need to continue our activities. And don't forget, you can all participate. So thank you so much for your participation. Wow, this is a beautiful project that can really help solve the problems or the deterioration in relations between the two nations. Now we've come to the final presentation. What is the final presentation about? The final presentation is from Philippines. It is from Cheus Chestelen, and it's Oscar Ruiz,
네,
and
죄송합니다.
it's not Oscar Ruiz, it is Likavin, and it is really a beautiful presentation about how to take care of children. Let's see.
Hi, I am Rika from the Philippines. Having won first place in the National Synergy and champion on the Southeast Asia and Asia Pacific Synergy competition opened a new journey for me and to the children with special needs in my community. I was interviewed in different local online televisions and several radio stations in my country and met a lot of people who wanted to support this cause. But more than that, I met the children with special needs in my community. This is a prerequisite to understand their situation more and know the different phases of children with disabilities in my community. Jose, not his real name, is 17, is taking special education in a normal educating facility. Although he has right arm and leg paralysis, he is blessed because his mother supports his education. On the other side of the story, here is Pedro, a 16-year-old child who has mild autism, can run, can walk, and is even more able than the aforementioned. Unfortunately, he is not going to school, and it was lack of child support that prevented him to do so. These are just some of the millions of children with special needs around the world. Take United States of America, for example. According to American Community Survey, 40.7 million of USA Americans are persons with disabilities, and among them, 5.6% is the rate of ages 5 to 17 years old, and only 14% are taking special education services ages 5 to 21 years old, supported by the No Child Left Behind Act of 2001 and IDEA of 2004. In my country, the Philippines, 1.44 million of Filipinos are persons with disabilities. The PWD population proportion states that ages 15 to 19 years old comprises 6.9%, the second largest PWD population proportion in my country. Also, the educational attainment of children with special needs says that 23% for severe disability and 17% for those with moderate disability have only reached elementary level. In my municipality, only 9 enrollees out of the 55 children with special needs ages 13 to 17 years old are pursuing education. What seems to be the problem? The problem is the lack of employment for these persons with disabilities, including education and training. My solution is Project NCT, Project Nurturing Child's Talents, scaffolding technical vocational training to children with special needs, ages 15 to 17 years old in Camali, Galbay, Philippines. We envision a community where every child belongs, and our mission is to provide literacy, promote equity, and offer technical vocational training to children with special needs who are not in school and is willing to undergo this training. Here is our action plan. Number 1, raising awareness. Number 2, building partnerships. Number 3, finding the means. Number 4, the actual technical vocational training for children with disabilities, which will lead us to number 5, employment. I have found out that the orientation and the Convention of the Rights of Children with Special Needs plus the help of my locality equals awareness. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 crisis in my country, we cannot pursue this at this moment. Proceeding on to the second part is the partnerships with the International Association of Youth and Students for Peace, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, and of course, the support of my locality. We are blessed to be supported by the local government unit of Kamalig, the Municipal Planning and Development Office, and the party list in our region, Ako Bicol Party List. Proceeding on to the third part, which is finding the means by looking for professionals, willing organizations, volunteers, and fundings for this project, which will lead us to the actual technical vocational training to children with disabilities, including organic agriculture production, housekeeping, massage therapy, and cookery, to the 6 months to 1 year timeline of project support, which will eventually lead us to number 5, employment. Going on, what could be the project impact at the local level? Say 25 children with special needs take the technical vocational training and 4 out of 5 pass the assessment and achieve the competency. Therefore, 80% will have the chance to be granted an employment. My project supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including reduce inequalities, quality education, and no poverty, among others. And also, will you help me embrace their capabilities despite their disabilities? If so, join us in realizing Project NCT by reaching us in the contact details presented on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so blessed to be able to take a step toward our dream. Our thanks to IAYSP for making this platform, and to the Project NCT team who is watching with us today, and to the millions of Filipinos who have showed their support in making this idea slowly take action. So join me, Project NCT, where every child belongs, and this will be our legacy.
불평등을 겪고 있을 어린 아이들에게 희망을 전달하는 내용이었던 것 같습니다.
Children who are facing discrimination, and this is really a project that brings hope to students with disabilities. This concludes the 5 presentations of the day. Was it an informative time? And therefore, through this QR code, you can still vote. And look at the project that you loved, and please support and vote for the project that you like. The voting will soon conclude, therefore please hurry if you want to vote. And at this time, we are going to have another special performance while the voting continues. Please don't forget to continue voting. This performance is really special. It is Dynamite by BTS. And let us welcome the IAYSP team that will perform BTS's Dynamite. Let's Synergy.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This is dead heavy, can't hit the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, get this beach chain like money. This love of a love, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm down, you know I glow up. Hey, so let's go. na 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 na. Light it up with dynamite. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Light it up with dynamite. 'Cause I'm being stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. So light it up like dynamite. This is so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. So light it up like dynamite.
정말 신나는
Wow, what an
공연이었는데요.
exciting performance. Let us give another round of applause to the IAYSP team for their exciting performance.
정말 너무 신나는 공연.
Wow, what an exciting performance. We almost forgot about voting. Anyways, I'm sure you've all voted, isn't that so? Now, we have received the
그럼 바로 시너지 인터내셔널
results from the panel of judges, and we're going to announce the winners of Synergy 2021. We will first announce the second team, and everyone has gone through the national level contests and the continental level contests, and now the second placed teams are
니카라가 팀입니다.
the team from Nicaragua.
네, 그러면
And now the first prize goes to,
팀 발표해 드리도록 하겠습니다.
we'll announce the first prize.
인터내셔널에서
The first prize will be awarded to the best team, and that team is
필리핀 팀입니다.
the team from the Philippines.
네, 정말 아쉽게도
Yes, to the two teams that were not able to receive a prize, they will have a consolation prize. And now we will have the awards ceremony for Synergy International 2021. Mr. Koji Matsuda, the international president of YSP, and Mr. Kim Jae-hyun, vice president of YSP International, will give the awards. Let us welcome them with a round of applause. And the winners, first of the second and first prize, representatives will be able to receive these prizes because they didn't come. First, the second prize. The second prize will be given to the Nicaragua team. Mr. Koji Matsuda is giving the prize certificate, and then Mr. Kim Jae-hyun is giving the check for $2,000. Let's give them a round of applause. Second is now the grand prize. The first prize is now being awarded to the Philippines team. We're giving the certificate. Mr. Koji Matsuda is giving the certificate, and Mr. Kim Jae-hyun is now giving the first prize check of $5,000. Let us give them another big round of applause. And now we will now take a commemorative photo. And when we say 1, 2, 3, let's shout Synergy together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Synergy! Thank you very much. Let us give another round of applause to the two winning teams from the Synergy International 2021 contest. Now, the time has come for the end of today's program. Let us now enjoy the final performance called Let's Go. This is a dance we can all enjoy easily. Everyone participating, please join the dance. Are you ready? Let us begin. Let's go dance. This was Kim Cheol-woo, Han Yu-kyung. Thank you for your participation.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, you ready for this? G20 Seoul 2010. A shout out to the world, a calling for your soul. A time to chill, a time to love. Don't mind the haters, we go together. Let's go.
It all alone, but you know we always here for you. Even though you thought it's okay, we gonna wait for you.
Go on, get started. Don't act like you don't want it. Let's get together. Come on, everybody, let's go. Some days I don't wanna go on. Let's go. Some nights I don't wanna be strong. Let's go. But when I can hear your voice, I can wake up, I can start it.
Now we are one. We gonna get together now. So put your hands together. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's try still now. Let's start it now. So put your hands together. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Sometimes we feel alone, sometimes we feel afraid. But you and me together, we can do anything. That's alright. Smile and say it's alright.
Let's get together. Come on, everybody, let's go.
Some days I don't wanna go on. Let's go. Some nights I don't wanna be strong. Let's go. But when I can hear your voice, I can wake up, I can start it.
Now we are one. We gonna get together now. So put your hands together. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's rise to love. Come on, sing it with me. Let's start it now. So put your hands together. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go, go, go. On and on and on, we're gonna celebrate. On and on and on, we're gonna party. On and on and on, we're gonna make it.
Everyone tonight, everything's alright now. Let's go.
Now we are one.